Okay, this is another example of an algebraic fraction that we want to simplify, and it's a difficult example. The first thing you should notice is in the denominator here we've got the difference of 2 cubes, because b cubed minus 1 is the same as b cubed minus 1 cubed. So I could factorize that using the difference of 2 cubes. And then on the top, well, if you look at these two parts, I've got a b here and I've got a b here. So I could factorize out b here. So there is something that I could do at the start. Okay, let's have a look. Let's have a look first of all at the denominator. I've got b cubed minus 1 cubed. And I'm going to factorize that. So if you remember the difference of 2 cubes, it says the first cubed minus the second cubed is the first minus the second, which we have here. So first minus the second, so it'll be, that's the same as b minus 1, first minus the second, times first squared, so b squared, plus first by second, so plus b times 1, plus the second squared, so plus 1 squared. So if you're not sure, if you can't remember how to do that, if you go back to the difference of 2 cubes video, so we can fix that up a little bit. So we have b minus 1 times, we've got b squared, b by 1 is just plus b, and 1 squared is just plus 1. So that's the denominator, it's the same thing. So we factorize that. Now if you look at the top, okay, so I can rewrite b by y plus b. I'm going to write that as b times, I'm going to factorize out b, I get y plus 1. So b by y will give me by, and b by 1 will give me b. And I just have this minus y minus 1 now, so minus y minus 1. The denominator, so this b cubed minus 1 cubed, is the same as this part over here. I can rewrite that as b minus 1 times b squared plus b plus 1. And then, okay, this is the difficult part. Again, we don't seem to have a highest common factor between, or a common factor between top and bottom. But there's a little trick. Do you see this minus y minus 1? I could write, when I have minus y minus 1, another way to write that, well, I can factorize out minus 1 here. I can rewrite that as minus 1 times, and I could write y plus 1. Because minus 1 times y will give me minus y, and minus 1 times plus 1 will give me minus 1. So if I do that here, you'll see what will happen. So I'm left with b times y plus 1. And I'm going to write, instead of writing this, I'm going to write that now. It's the same thing. So minus 1 times y plus 1 all over, it's b minus 1 times b squared plus b plus 1. So this part here, if you look at the two expressions that are in the numerator, that are in this part here, the two expressions there, there's a common factor, and the common factor is y plus 1, because this is b times y plus 1, and this is minus 1 times y plus 1. So I'm going to factorize out y plus 1 here, and I'm going to rewrite this whole thing, the whole numerator part, as y plus 1 times, so y plus 1 times what will give me this part? Well, b. So y plus 1 times b, and then y plus 1 times minus 1, so minus 1. So if you look, y plus 1 times b will give me that, and y plus 1 times minus 1 will give me that. So it's all over, and I have b minus 1 times b squared plus b plus 1. And now if you look at the numerator and denominator here, I have a common factor, because there's a b minus 1 in both the numerator and denominator. So I can divide top and bottom by b minus 1, and I'm left with y plus 1 all over b squared plus b plus 1. So that's quite a difficult question. But what you should recognize from it is, well, the difference of 2 cubes that we have up here in the numerator, in the denominator, and then this part here we can factorize out b. So they're the two things that you should recognize straight away. And then just this little trick over here, it might come in handy in some other questions. Minus y minus 1 is the same as minus 1 times y plus 1.